Today we will discuss an interesting problem in which we have to calculate the time of death of a person. Suppose that any person enter a room and he saw that the person is dead. So we have to find out the time at which person was actually dead. So what we will do here we will use the concept of heat transfer. What we will do, we will use the concept of heat transfer to find out the time taken by the body to change its temperature from the normal temperature of the body to the temperature when we entered the room, that is at 25 degrees Celsius. So what we have to do here, we have to do nothing, we have to just find out the time taken by the body to change its temperature from 37 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. So what is the time taken by the body to change its temperature from 37 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius? So here the question is that a human body, we can consider that body as fully of water, because generally body is made up of 72% of water by mass. So we will use all the properties of water because body is made up of 75 to 72% of water. We will take the density of water because body is made up of mostly of water. We will take the specific heat of water. We will take the thermal conductivity of water, and we have here given the heat transfer coefficient is 8 watt per meter square Kelvin. And we know that the body temperature of a living man is 37 degrees Celsius. We entered the room at 5 a.m. in the morning. A person is found dead at 5 a.m. in the morning. The room temperature of which is, at that time the room temperature was 20 degrees Celsius. We have to calculate the time estimate or time of death of the person. So the body temperature measured was 25 degrees Celsius. The person entered the room, or they got there the temperature of the body is 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, and we will consider the body of that person to be cylindrical. We will consider the body to be cylindrical, and the diameter of the body is 30 centimeter and the length of the body is 170 centimeter. Okay, so this is the concept. These are the conditions which are given in the problem. We have to calculate the time taken by the body. We have to basically calculate the time taken by the body to change its temperature from 37 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. This is the main concept. We entered the room, we measured the temperature, we saw that the temperature of the body is 25 degrees Celsius. So we have to find out the time taken by the body to reach from 37 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, and the surrounding temperature is T naught is 20 degrees Celsius. The room temperature is, we will take the room temperature as 20 degrees Celsius. So this is the problem of heat transfer. We have to what we have to do here, we have to just apply the concept of heat transfer. How much time taken by the body to change or to release heat from the body? What is the time? Okay, so what is this is a problem of transient heat conduction. The first concept is that this is a problem of transient heat conduction. Why transient heat conduction? Because the temperature of the body is changing. Earlier, initially general temperature was 37 degrees Celsius, changing to 36, 35, 34, 33. Temperature of the body will decrease. Okay, and it will finally reach at 25 degrees Celsius. So the temperature of the body is not changing with time. So this is a transient heat conduction problem, and here we will apply the method of lumped heat capacity method. So what is lumped heat capacity method? In the lumped heat capacity method, we consider or we take that the temperature of the body is uniform throughout. Okay, if it is 40 degrees Celsius, then whole body will be at 40 degrees Celsius. But so in lumped heat capacity method, what we consider? We consider that the temperature of the body is uniform throughout at any particular instant. It will change with time. It will change with respect to time, but it will be independent of space or coordinate. Body temperature will be uniform. For example, here we have considered that the body is cylindrical. This is that body. Consider this is that body. Okay, this is cylindrical. We know the diameter, we know the length, and the temperature everywhere at any point, at any time will be 37 degrees Celsius. After some time, 36. So everywhere it will be 36 degrees Celsius. This is the concept of lumped heat capacity method. So for considering any body to be of lumped heat capacity, to apply lumped heat capacity method to any body must have infinite thermal conductivity. If body has infinite thermal conductivity, then we can treat that body as, or we can apply the lumped heat capacity method to that body. So body must have infinite thermal conductivity, but there is no practically any body which can has which can have infinite thermal conductivity. But relatively we consider that the thermal conductivity of the body is very large, or if the relatively the conductivity of the body is very high, then we can consider that the body has infinite thermal conductivity, and we can apply the lumped heat capacity method. So how we can judge, or we can consider that we can apply here lumped capacity method or not? So we have one number which is known as Biot number. This Biot number will tell us whether we can apply lumped heat capacity method or not, whether we can apply this method or not. So what is Biot number? Biot number is nothing but it is internal conductive resistance to external convective resistance, and then we will get that HL upon K. So this is the Biot number, which is HL upon K, and it should be less than 0.1. If the Biot number is less than 0.1, then we can apply the lumped heat capacity method. So for this problem we will calculate Biot number. I have calculated the Biot number for this problem. I got Biot number more than 0.1. so we cannot apply the lumped heat capacity method, but to calculate the rough estimate, rough time, approximate time, we will apply this method. So what we will do here, we will do that the change in the internal energy of the body with the time for any duration dt, consider that for in any time dt, the change in the internal energy of the body is minus rho vc d capital T is equal to ha t minus t infinity dt. What is why we have taken I have taken minus here? Minus I have taken here because with the time the internal energy of the body will decrease. Okay, temperature of the body will decrease, means internal energy of the body will decrease, and it will release the heat. Body will move out of the body through convective mode. So this will give me the heat flow from the body via convective heat transfer mode. Okay, what is rho here? Rho is the density of the body, V is the volume of the body, C is the heat capacity of the body, dt capital T here is the temperature. So dt is the change in temperature. Okay, h here is the heat transfer coefficient, A is the surface area of the body, T is at any time, we will T is the capital T is the temperature at any time. Okay, and T infinity is the initial temperature of the body. dt is, this is the change in time, this is change in time. Okay, so this is the change in times. So what we have done here, this is just energy balance. What we have done here, we have just done energy balance. This is energy balance. This is the change in internal energy of the body for in any time dt will be equal to the heat transfer or heat flow from the body via convective mode. This is the heat flow from the body, and this is the change in internal energy of the body will be equal to the heat flow from the body. We will integrate this equation, and then we will get the formula T minus T infinity upon T initial minus T infinity is equal to e raised to the power minus HA T upon rho Vc. So what is here T? T is the temperature at which we entered the room. So what is the temperature of the body? When we entered the room, it is 25 degrees Celsius. What is T infinity? T infinity means surrounding temperature. What is surrounding temperature? Room temperature is of 20 degrees Celsius. And what is the initial temperature of the body? It will be 37 degrees Celsius. Obviously the normal temperature of the body is 37 degrees Celsius. We know all values. We know H, it is here. We know A, we can calculate the surface area by applying the formula. Total surface area of the cylinder, we can calculate the total surface area of the cylinder. We can calculate the volume of the cylinder. We know the formula, volume is equal to pi d square h upon 4, and area is what? Area is pi d h plus 2 pi r square. So these two formulas we can use to calculate the area and volume. C is given here. What is C? C is here 4180. We have H here, we have rho here, everything we have here. Okay, we will plug all the values here, and then we will get that 25 minus 20 upon 37 minus 20 is equal to minus HAT upon rho CV. So this is the formula which we will use to find out the time. This is the time. We have to calculate this time. Okay, this time we have to calculate taken by the body to change its temperature from 37 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. So after taking log both sides and do some little calculation, then we will get that the time here will be around 44,000 seconds. When we will convert it into hours, then we will get that time will be approximately 12.5 hours. So this is the time taken by the body to reach 25 degrees Celsius from 37 degrees Celsius. So we know that we entered the room at 5 a.m. in the morning. It means that the person was died at around 4:30 p.m. in evening. So person died at 4:30 p.m. in the evening. Why? Because we entered the room at 5 a.m. in the morning, and the time taken by the body to reach from 37 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius is approximately 12.5 hours. It means that person was dead at 4:30 p.m. in the evening. So we have done nothing here. We have just applied the concept of heat transfer. This is a problem of transient heat conduction, because in this case the temperature of the body is changing with time. We have utilized the concept of lumped heat capacity method. What is lumped heat capacity method? In lumped heat capacity method, the temperature of the body is uniform at any instant. Throughout the temperature will be constant. Then we can apply the lumped heat capacity method. What is for any body to be considered or to apply the lumped heat capacity method to any body, we have to calculate the Biot number. If the Biot number is less than 0.1, then we can apply the lumped heat capacity method. This formula or this technique we can use when the Biot number is less than 0.1. But we have calculated the Biot number. It was approximately 0.8 or 9. But even then I have applied this formula to calculate the approximate time taken by the body. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear to you. This was very interesting problem. And this is the practical problem. Actually some of my students have asked me to solve any practical problem related to heat transfer. So I have taken this problem to analyze the practical problem, practical technique, how we can apply the heat transfer method, how we can use the transient heat conduction method. Okay, so I hope this lecture is clear to you. Thank you.